Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Of the Devil.
Hello, welcome everyone.
What is up?
Everyone's favorite criminal lawyer.
We just 100% factual. We love her very much for her crimes and her lawyer.
And her lawyer. She shakes hands with Saul Goodman here, but even then, well, I guess.
Whoa! Oh my gosh! Hello, everybody! Hello! Thank you, MF Mega 0X, for the gift subs.
And the regular sub.
And the regular sub. Yeah, and thank you, Catty Cake. Sorry, I was scrolling back up. Like, I saw other things while we were warming up. Welcome! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to play this today, and I'm glad to be here. If my energy is a little low, it's because I overworked myself a little bit today, but I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, you were telling me your work schedule today, and I was like, God, Gina, like,
I frequently I have to reiterate, especially when it comes to voiceover, do as I say, not as I do. I'm not good at voiceover in that I push myself way too hard. Today I did a mid-Atlantic accent coaching session. I then proceeded to do 17 auditions. And also helped a friend with an audition. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
RNG World Danger, thank you for the gift subs as well, y'all!
Oh my god!
We chillin' and then we having a party simultaneously. What? Thank you.
Thank you for the 12 gifted. That is so kind of you. Thank you so
Everybody
much.
Gets a star.
Oh, yeah, look at this star-studded chat now. Oh my god.
The stars are out tonight, baby.
Wow, thank you all so much. Right out the gate for starting our stream, we've already hit a level 5 hype train. That's wild. Crazy.
That's absolutely wild. Well, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you, everyone.
For you and your overworked voice box, Gina.
That's why you gotta warm up. You gotta take care of yourself.
And also, maybe 17 is
It was too many. It was too many. Some of them were like partnered, and so it was like, well, if I do one, I need to do 3 more, and then that kept happening.
I understand that. I completely understand. God, I can't get over how many that's. I'm sorry. I'm just looking. I know.
It's a wall. It's incredible.
Y'all are amazing. Amazing. Understandable the energy though. We'll get there. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be talking to myself a lot in this episode.
Sarah is present. Sarah's
here. That's very,
Sarah's
very true.
Doing stuff.
Yep.
But before we dive into the case, do we want to catch up? Is there anything that you want to chat about?
Yes, actually, there were 2 things I wanted to chat about. One, I wanted to give an update on my Pokemon Champions journey.
Yes, bring it on.
And pardon?
I said yes, bring it on. Let's go.
I'm struggling. I hit Ultra Ball 1.
Yeah, Ultra Ball's a very different game than Great Ball, I have found. People
Say that again?
Ultra Ball is a very different game than Great Ball. People play very differently. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a different tier for a reason.
Jeez, yeah. I got to Ultra Ball 1 and I sat there for a minute. And then Mega Staraptor ruined everybody's fun time. So oh, thank you is conceivable for the raid. Hello, raiders. Welcome.
Yes, Malice says that bird.
You understand me. Oh, and thank you to Black Geologist for the sub as well. Thank you for the 6 months. Oh my god, thank you everyone. I have to stop my story.
No, I know. I love the quiet power that chat exerts where it's like, interrupt your story. You need to acknowledge this. Yes. It's beautiful. I mean that sincerely. There was not a bit of sarcasm in that. I think it's very funny.
It's my job. It's what you get by being here. I get to address you. So anyway, I was having a fun time. Ultra Ball 1, cruising, feeling good, running a sand team, and that fucking bird shows up.
Yeah.
Megastar Raptor's ruining me. So I'm stuck in Ultra Ball 2 right now, trying to figure out what to do. I can't run my sand team anymore. And I'm like, I'm not having fun anymore. So I need to figure out how to deal with Megastar Raptor. It's broken as shit.
Well, but it's also, you have to deal with Megastar Raptor, but also you have to find a way to, like, have it spark joy as well, because you were enjoying your sand team, and so it's like, let's find something new that is fun, that also deals with the bird.
That's 100% it, because I, like, genuinely love my little sand team, because they're like a kind of an atypical sand team, because I have a couple of, like, favorites on it, because play with your favorites, make them work.
Heck yeah.
Until suddenly they don't work.
Well, but much like the curiosity killed the cat thing, you have to ignore the back half of that. You can't, you just have to proceed as if the back half doesn't exist.
That's very true. Yes. So I'm gonna try and build a fuck you Megastar Raptor team that also includes some of my favorite mons in it somehow. I don't know. I'm not there yet. I'm testing. So all hope is not lost yet, but that bird, dude, that thing, it's mean. Literally, I just played like a couple like games before coming on here, and I'm like, surely, and like I'm doing fucking pennies to this thing. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my current road to Master Ball, where I'm nearly there, and also I feel I've never been further.
Yep.
Yeah. How when you were playing, how, like, did you hit Master at any point?
No, I got up to the top of Ultra Ball, and then I had a rough time playing that game. Like, it kept crashing and freezing buggy. And all sorts of things. So I like, which is a theme in my life, for the story I'm gonna tell. But yeah, so it's just like, I wasn't having fun is really what it came down to. I put it down because I'm like, I'll come back later, but right now I'm fighting the game more than I'm fighting my opponents, and that's just not very fun.
Yeah, that's not cool. I will say I have not run into a single crash or issue playing it on Switch 2 right now, at least the current version. So I'm hopeful that maybe they've worked out a bunch of the bugs. It feels a little better. So
I'm
the game itself
earnestly
is
glad
not the
to
problem.
hear it. Yeah.
Yeah. If the game was a problem, I would have like quit long ago. Honestly, you can only take so much.
I agree. That was my experience. Where I was like, yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, totally get it. Yeah, you're right, Mala. We're gonna make it. We're gonna hit Master before the season's over. It's gonna happen.
I believe in y'all.
So back to the drawing board. That's totally fine. My recommendation for the week is the most recent episode of Game Changer.
Yeah,
hooting and hollering.
Allison, this is the first time I've done this in a very long time. I watched it twice in one day. I watched it in the morning, and then I was going to bed that night, and I'm like, I just want to watch that Game Changer episode again, so I just watched it again.
It was so good, and I wanted to text you to be like, "This is Elevator Hitch."
It's Dante's Inferno meets Elevator Hitch. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
When we figured out the mechanic, like when Victor and I did it, I'm like, "Oh my god, we played this!"
God, on the money. So you're absolutely right.
But I thought of you while I was watching it. I'm like, this is peak gameplay.
As they were going through it, I was like, there's only 8 doors, not 9. They must have known that they couldn't do 9 doors.
They can't, yeah. Truly, Victor and I were like, there's a 9th door, right? Like, is there a 9th one? There's gotta be.
It's only right. Oh my god. It also seemed like it probably went on for 9 hours. Like, that was an aggressive edit. I was like, they have been here for a very long time.
it seemed like it was a many hours of gameplay and filming. Like true. Release the 9-hour cut.
I'd watch it. But also, kudos to the editors. It was a beautifully edited episode. They somehow managed to make a very unwieldy thing very coherent and fun and snappy, and I was very impressed.
Yes, because they like had a couple storylines going throughout it, which was really smart, which you got to do with like with gameplay like that.
My favorite part, and it persistently cracked me up, is Giovanni being too good at the game and therefore not playing the game at all. Never once getting to participate in the game because they were too good. No. Just was very funny every single time he jumped in and was like, I've got the answer. I'm like, you're never gonna get to play this game. I'm so sorry.
Like, no, stop. Literally every time. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Remy GB, we're talking about the latest episode of Game
Is it
Changer.
called Count the Rice? What is it called? It must be called Count the Rice.
Called Count the Rice.
It must be, yeah. Count the Rice.
It's called Count the Rice. Yeah.
An episode of all time.
Really good. Really, really good. And literally we played that game. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, those are my updates and recommendations. And thank you to Cybernetic Actor for the sub as well. Thank you for the 12 months.
Thank you.
What about you, Gina?
Well, I finished Crosscode.
Give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear.
So I'm in it. I want to be really fair, which is to say I had one of the most miserable gaming sessions of my life as the final gaming session of Crosscode.
Oh no.
That game fell apart near the end. It got very, very, very unstable all of a sudden, and nothing I could do could fix it. I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. I validated local files. I did everything I could think of. But for whatever reason in the final area, anytime there were more than 3 enemies on the field, which was frequently, and if I used any of my abilities, it would just hard lock. And it did that over and over and over again as I inched my way through it until I got to the final boss, and it became very clear that I was never going to beat the final boss because it kept crashing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it was so unfortunate because like all of that was on the back of a interesting series of events in the game. There's a final quest in the game that's I think the thesis statement isn't the journey so special and our destination so unimportant? And I'm like, but I'd really like the destination to be something.
I also want an answer.
I'd love to take a little postcard of the destination and be like, loved seeing you. I don't know. It was a really interesting, like, it's this weird mission where it's like it's the second most complicated mission in the entire game. It's a side quest that you can just pick up at the very, very end of the game. And you go through all of these hoops and all of this crazy stuff. And then you finally unlock this big thing and you walk in and it's nothing. What? Literally nothing. I thought it was going to be a dev talk back. It had that energy of like that final extra mission to where you get to go say hi to the dev, and the dev is like, here, let me show you a menagerie of all the creatures I built for this game and why we had so much fun. But it wasn't that. Instead, it was like a dev talk back if they don't talk back. You walk in and it's an empty room with people sitting on a couch and they yell at you if you walk in front of them. And they don't talk to you, and they don't do anything.
Missing.
Yeah.
What?
And I just was like, okay, I just spent a lot of time on that, but I guess I'm out of things to do, so I'll go beat the game. And then the final section of the game happened, and it was absolute misery, and that was my final play session. Crosscode is a really good game. I think I'm trying to decide if I truly feel like maybe it just wasn't for me, or whether I'm just kind of bitter with how it all ended. But I don't know. I'm really struggling with it. I had a good time. I didn't have a great time. And I really wish I loved the characters a little bit more than I ended up caring about them. I feel like they needed a little more time to cook, which is a weird thing to say for a 60+ hour game, but it felt like I wanted more time with the characters. I feel like I spent a lot of time doing puzzles and not a lot of time with the part of the game that I loved, especially because there are moments in the game that are genius, that are so good for people who have played. The first time you go to Vermilion Wastelands and all of the character connection that you have there is beautiful. It's such a gorgeous part of the game. I think it's just like it is such an ambitious, such a cool, such a vibrant, such a lovely thing. But I'm mad at it, and I don't know what to do with that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. I left it being like, I think I loved Crosscode, but I don't think I liked it. I love what it's doing, and I'm so glad I played it, but I'm kind of happy that I'm not playing it anymore. So I don't know.
That's a bummer. Like that.
It is. And again, I wanted to preface this by like my last experience with the game, which admittedly was about 5 hours of game. It sucks. So like with a recency bias, I do want to preface that, because like, there's so much to love in this thing. I'm staring at the DLC being like, maybe I should play the DLC, but I'm also like, I need a break from Crosscode right now because it hurt me.
And also if it's like, literally kind of falling apart at the end too, like that makes me really wonder about it as well, and about its development and like the non-dev talkback room. I'm not saying like I wanted a dev talkback, so they should have given me a dev talkback. I'm more was saying that to say that like that's the vibe it gave of like so yeah, I don't know. There's a lot in that game where I'm like, what was that though? Fascinating.
Yeah, so
like, do you recommend people play it?
Yeah,
still?
absolutely. Yeah, it is so clever and so well done. There's no question there. But I also just like reflect for myself, like, I think you and I have talked about that, like, I'm trying to search for what games I just unabashedly love right now. And I thought Crosscode might be one of those, and then it kind of wasn't, but that's okay. What I am thinking of doing is the in case of emergency break glass finally just playing Xenosaga and Xenosaga.
Yeah. I think that would be a good call for you.
Yeah, that's always been on the wall as a like, when I really need it, I'll play those games, but we'll see.
We might be at that point. I'm
gonna play Blake Manor, the Seance at Blake Manor first, though. I think that's my palate cleanser for right now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I read a very interesting book by actually a acting teacher that I've taken classes with before, called The Ultimate Guide to Video Game Performance Capture Directing for Video Game Performance. It's a long title. What is it? Very, very, very interesting book, because the writer Tom Keegan directed like Mirror's Edge and the Indiana Jones game and Battlefield and a lot of games that you've probably heard of. So it's a very interesting perspective on acting and directing for AAA video games specifically.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
The Complete Guide to Video Game Performance Directing. There we go.
The Complete Guide to Video Game Performance Directing.
Yep. That was my book for the past week. And it was very interesting.
Wow. Okay. That sounds awesome. That sounds like a great read. Sorry, I'm like, if you hear me clicking, I'm clicking around to go look it up. Nice. So you've had classes with him before, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yes. Yeah. Right. I think you were, that might be somebody else. Never mind. I was going to say something, but maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Nice. Oh, did you finish it already?
Yes. It's not very, it's like a 9-hour audiobook. It's snappy, but, nice. Very, very, like very informative and a cool mix of like personal and, like professional anecdotes. Very cool.
That's excellent. Nice. I feel like an informative, like nonfiction book like that would be awesome in audiobook form. I should start looking into those more. And just to like listen to that while I'm going through shit and just absorb.
It's a great way to move through them, because like I feel like I sometimes take it real slow if I'm reading informative nonfiction, like physically, but in audiobook form it's like that's like a couple of drives, you know.
Exactly.
That's easy.
Like that's a great idea. I don't know. I continuously like struggle with audiobooks for some reason, but I feel like that would be great for me. That sounds excellent. What a great idea.
So yeah,
nice.
those are my media of the past week.
Very nice. Anything else? Anything else we want to go through? We want to jump into this game.
All of Short's songs dropped at once. So for Like Father, Bloody Good and Been a While have both dropped on Spotify and other platforms. They're very, very good. Bloody Good is just fantastic. It's just such a good song. And more are coming. More are on the way, because the final EP is dropping later this year. And then also the audio version of The Circuit just dropped. So if you want to listen to a roaming immersive theater ballet performance without the ballet, but with the performance, that is available on multiple streaming platforms as well, and they're very good.
I haven't listened to the audio only version of The Circuit yet, but I'm very excited to. I love Bloody Good and Been a While. Like they're so
Like Father's
excellent.
a good show. Like I because I've been to a bunch of the workshops, I've seen it in a lot of different iterations. It's a great show. And I'm really excited that people are getting to listen to all of the different tracks as they come out.
And like that we're getting the full EP too, which is amazing. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for him. That's fantastic. And they're all being like I mean, like you said, they're just amazing. Like it's a great show and all the songs are good. I'm glad that they're being so well received. Yeah. Very cool. So that's like Father and The Circuit.
Yes. Cool. That's everything for me. What about you?
That's everything for me too, I believe.
Haha. Excellent. Yeah. All right, let's do this thing. Let's jump in.
Let's go. Wait, is that right? Is that the one? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm being thrown off by the time.
Yeah, no, I'm doing the same. I'm doing the same thing. The times, I was looking at the times like, now wait a moment, what's that about? It's this one. This is the entrance to the corporate tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like sub chapters. It's the 2nd of July. I understand now.
Okay.
And that's the time of day when we last played it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
An unusual way, maybe not unusual, but an unexpected way.
Yeah, it just didn't.
Save file data.
It just didn't register for me very right away. I was like, I think this is the one. I was gonna just click on it, but then I read more information and second thought myself.
I'm sorry that we're so American. I apologize.
That's also fair. that's a valid critique. I was more confused by the 6 next to it, because I thought that was whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, I understand. And
yeah.
I didn't realize that the time. I thought the time was game time and not the time of day.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's what anyway. Okay. Do we want to give a summary of what happened last time? Or do we just want to jump into it? Do we want to... Oh, wait, we just said we were going to go through the profiles and stuff anyway. This is great. Perfect.
So, as quick summary, our good friend David Asher is dead. David last night had drinks with somebody at his apartment and promptly passed out and died of... some sort of poisoning. Yes. The poison itself is difficult to identify because it appears to be a designer drug and not something that is commonly on the market. And so we're trying to figure out exactly what it was and why it was given to David. But our current goal is that David has been logged as having committed suicide by the police and also by the company Noble and its stakeholders. We are challenging that, saying, actually, in fact, David did not die by suicide, and that there are other factors at play. And we're
perhaps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say murder because, like, I think that's the assumption, but also right now our job is just trying to figure out what did happen so that we can properly defend David in, I'd say court, but it's not a court. It's like a little meeting. It's like a little hearing that we're gonna walk into and be like, I object. It's
the preliminary hearing, or I think, but we're gonna put our whole la wussy into it or whatever.
Yes, exactly that, and that's exactly what we said aloud in the game. Helping us in our endeavors is a worm android named Sarah, who was gifted to us by David as one of his final acts. Sarah is an interesting worm android, seems very, very advanced, very, very naturalistic and humanistic, and is currently operating as our quote-unquote paralegal as we explore and try to learn more about this case. We are currently at Noble headquarters, mostly to try to see how they react to all of this and what we're doing. Are they defensive? Are they trying to hide specific information? What are they trying to hide? And does that lead us down the right path? So we're really here to just kick the hornet's nest and see if hornets come out. And if so, oh no. And if not, what the heck?
Well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other interesting information. Oh yeah, we met the coroner, Yumi Sato. She was the one who gave us information about the poison a bit and the, I guess, circumstances around David's death. Also, I saw in chat that they were that David does have dead anime mom hair.
He does. He does have dead mom hair. So he was done. He was done before he even got on screen, which is also literally true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even we only saw his outline or his whatever.
We saw his green text
and silhouette. Okay, and then here's Yumi. Just doing a read of her. Yeah, that's it. And then do we want to look through all the stuff that we picked up and read through these articles and things? I feel like I think we said at the end of last episode we were going to review some of the stuff we had acquired and then
we've already we don't have a lot that we've acquired. We have the evidence. Although we'll probably want to go over the evidence closer to the actual hearing so that it's fresh of mind. We do have two new terms. We have biomonitor. Biomonitor is a general use term for wearable technology or implanted mods that monitor or provide feedback on individuals' vital signs. Commonplace among the affluent as an additional layer of security, biome use is relatively rare among the middle class. Some sociologists and consumer trend analysts point to the anxieties about the climate pollution and the stresses of modern life as to why adoption of biomonitors has met resistance with the medium wage earners. If one's health is already assumed to be poor, constant knowledge of its status might be considered uncomfortable. Biomonitors are also frequently employed by incarceration, probation, and workplace health initiative programs so that they can cut your insurance before if they notice you have potential long-term health problems.
Yeet.
That's a real thing that's
conditions.
happening right now.
Yeah. Yay. Neobility. Slang term for the nouveau riche, new money. Families that arose in the second half of the 21st century amid global economic turmoil. The name carries a negative connotation and is meant to criticize the way said families supposedly style themselves as nobility, or even as a second estate that administers global power alongside the first, governments, and third, corporations. Yep.
Users also frequently search for, who are neobility families? How to marry into wealth and divine nouveau.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are all our terms. And then
articles.
We the articles we always read when we get them, and then they add them to our right. Yeah, we've already read about this hospital. Yeah.
Yes.
So the only remaining thing are our evidence, which.
Can you click on it? I just want to see what it looks like. I forget the. Oh, okay, yeah. Is there any? I'm trying to think if there's anything. I don't think we need to review anything in here right now.
No, I would strongly recommend that we wait until we're closer to the hearing, just so that everything's fresh of mind.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree. I was trying to think if there's anything on the evidence list pile right now that would help as a refresher going into Noble, but I don't think necessarily. So we can probably just run in.
Okay, sounds good.
And start looking for bees, hornets.
I'm ready. I'm ready to spot some bees.
Let's do it. I've been here before. Sat right here in this lobby, waiting for David to come and treat me to lunch. At least I think it was this lobby. Could have been some other floor. Could have been an entirely different building. All these corporate towers of Babel feel like interchangeable fractals to me. Folding in on themselves in patterns of narcissistic paranoia. So monumental in the scale of their hubris, they needed to use non-Euclidean geometry when drawing up the buildings. Blueprints.
That is funny.
Building. That is funny. That's a great line. Also, as we've learned, she just monologues to herself kind of in silence, and then people around her are like,
hey, you good?
Hello? Morning, you good?
Your eyes got really dark for a little bit there. Sorry.
They went from red to black. The greatest minds of each generation coming together just to find the most expensive way to shove their heads up their asses. Yeah.
Adonai, is something bothering you?
Just doing the math on how long we'll be kept waiting here. Apparently, someone will be here shortly. So maybe if I pass the time by glaring around the place, it'll improve my mood.
That we can do.
Inspecting. I understand.
To think this is only one room. This complex is so massive that it doesn't even feel man-made. It's like it was carved out of a rock by waves, like it's always been here.
That's the con. If this place was actually natural, there'd be birds everywhere.
I hadn't considered that. Why aren't there birds in here?
Probably because of what they do to the ones that get in. I'm kidding. Though, I don't have a better explanation.
People up there. Or maybe dolls? I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh. They changed the logo again.
Noble Electronics.
How's it feel stepping in here? Is this some kind of religious experience for you?
It's just the corporation where my father worked.
Careful, Nell, or they'll burn you for heresy against the company.
You said it again. The company, as if it's a proper noun. You're mimicking the employees, aren't you?
So it can't obey simple orders, but it can pick up on that?
Is it just a part of the corporate culture?
Noble's one of the biggest corporations there is. One of the biggest there's ever been. We mere humans can't hope to escape the gravity of anything that size, no matter where you live or how far off the grid you think you are. So imagine what it's like working for them. You live in company dorms, work in company quarters. Wherever you go, that logo's above your head. You eat, sleep, and breathe on Noble's timetable, at its discretion. When you spend your whole life inside of it, Noble must feel big enough to be the only company there is.
Ooh. So much energy. So many people, all so intent.
You're kidding. It's Saturday. The place is half empty.
But doesn't everyone work on Saturdays?
All the parents do, so they don't need to find childcare on Sunday. Everyone else flips a coin, I guess.
All these people, for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. What could they all possibly be doing?
Making work for themselves.
You can be very cynical, can't you?
Yeah, I'm terrible. But that guy over there has just been jiggling his cursor for the last 20 seconds. Whoever comes to greet us better have a pulse and some goddamn authority. Ugh, my mood's starting to sour. And if they just send me the first ink in their infinite chain of corporate bureaucracy, I'll make them wish. Ooh.
Morgan?
Oh.
Oh.
That's me.
Looks like London. Like, I mean, obviously not one-to-one, but
Yeah.
surprisingly similar given the diversity of character designs in this game. Yeah.
London child? Interesting. Yeah.
I guess not as much. The pose, but yeah, maybe not as much.
It's the pose and kind of the hair and a little bit where the part is.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I don't know. It's close enough that it caught my attention, far enough that, like, maybe it's unintentional. I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of feel that, though. I feel like you've had a couple of characters. I guess I can be this sad boy.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Hey there. Android Manufacturing Control, the Eastern Division. Evan Dawes.
Evan Dawes, he says. And it's like an afterthought. What's a name compared to your place in the hierarchy?
You seem familiar. Have you...
I'm David's lawyer.
Oh, then we must have...
Apologies. Let me first just say how sorry I am about his passing. You and everyone else at the company must be going through a lot right now.
As if it's a proper noun.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
You're welcome, but it's no big deal. Everyone's on the razor today, but what else is new? And compared to PR or legal right now, our workloads in QA are... never mind. How can I assist you?
Shortly before his passing, Dr. Asher began the process of registering this android.
Yes, that is correct.
Unfortunately, he was unable to finish the job.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's definitely custom.
Gee, you think? Good thing I sought out an expert.
Warm, it goes without saying. Reminds me of the A16 Premiere, if anything. The barcode is clearly printed, no visible defects. But you're right, it doesn't correspond to anything we've got on file. Well, they sent you to the right man for the job. Now we just need to go to the right place.
Not far, I hope.
It's in the building.
What's been eating your hands, my friend?
Yeah,
Or are they modded?
It's like,
They're probably modded.
I thought that maybe they were bandages, but I think they're probably modded.
I went through
Yeah.
the exact same thinking because, like, the
Yep.
hand that's down looks bandaged, but now that this one is up, I'm like, oh, it's for fingerprints probably.
Fingerprints and like if he works in like in QA, like maybe it's for like, you know, quickly handling tech and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, but an interesting aspect of it looks modded, but it also looks like maybe a wearable. Like, I guess it could be modded because it could be like a warm Android mod, but it also could just be a wearable that's strapped on top of his hand.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know, just
Someone in
interesting.
chat says maybe it's for how like for displaying the screens.
Yeah.
That actually would make a lot of sense.
Which we just saw,
Yeah.
and to make them touch responsive makes sense.
That's cool. I like that. In the building. That could mean anything from down the hall to half a day's hike.
The production line on B9 should have everything we need.
You do manufacturing inside your corporate headquarters?
B9's a fully functional production floor, but it was only built for demonstrative purposes. New clients make deals upstairs about how many and if in what shape or size, then they come down to the basement to see how the sausage is made.
They have enough money to build a fake factory just for guests? Ugh. Oh, smart. So as long as you're only giving tours and not giving away company secrets, huh?
No need to worry about that. We take intellectual security very seriously around here.
Huh, no kidding. There are 11 cameras on us at the moment that I can see. And who knows how many pairs of modded eyes are aimed our way. Clearly, nothing happens here without the almighty company knowing about it. So if they try to claim ignorance about anything, it's gonna piss me off. Lead the way. All right.
Noble Electronics Northeastern Headquarters.
Okay.
Basement floor 9.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, it really is fully furnished down here, huh? I don't want to take up too much of your time, but it's pretty rare to get to see all this in person, you know? Would you mind terribly if I looked around for a moment?
No problem. I've got some prelim paperwork I need to handle anyway, so yeah, have at it.
I better take full advantage. I'll need more than a cursory knowledge if I want to figure out where Sarah came from and why David wanted me to take custody. I'm gonna look around. You stay put in the meantime.
Adonai?
Wouldn't want to lose you among the rest of the merchandise.
Coffee. Not important. Okay.
Copy. This seems to share some components with that coffin Sarah was napping in. If DOS does quality assurance, is it some kind of Android calibration device? It's probably what he'll use to register Sarah. Looks a little... Is Sarah tall enough for it to recognize her?
I wonder how that works. That's an interesting question.
Yeah. Huh, what's being built out there?
Our top of the line, brand new bestsellers, the Animate 16 Warm.
Looks kind of cold out there.
We keep the factory floor refrigerated. Slows the organics already tuned metabolic activity to a minimum.
That explains why the room doesn't smell like rotting flesh. The flesh out there is only somewhat rotting.
I know we brought it up already, but I do wonder in this universe where it's that classic robot question, like where the seat of the soul lies. Are they operating from the cloud? Do they have brains? Do they have a computer in their chest? Where do all of their individual pieces have computers that all sync up? If so, I wonder which one comes online first when they're in a meat refrigerator. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting.
Yeah, like where does their consciousness originate from?
Yeah.
And where does it live? Yeah. That's a really good point. Yeah, and like where like
it also tends to be like an important question in robot things too, is like what needs to happen to shut them down, what needs to happen to keep them alive.
Yes, yeah, and I have a feeling that's most likely going to come up in this game. Like, this game is already so thoughtful of its tropes, and like the space that it's playing in. I feel like that is certainly something that's going to come up. Could be in the butt. It's true.
I was about to say acknowledging chat for the VOD. I guess I could be in the butt. Butt brain is a possibility. Nothing to say it's not.
Butt brain is a possibility. all locations are possible, I guess.
Until proven otherwise, why not?
Slowly. I just meant I'm surprised to see metal.
Oh, well, all the A16s have alloy endoskeletons. The organics are layered on later in the process.
Don't you know you're not allowed to say endoskeletons after FNAF?
Oh, yeah, right.
That's not allowed.
No endoskeletons allowed.
Nope.
Sounds like what Sarah told me about herself. Maybe she really was the A16's prototype. But it's hard to imagine bridging the gap between her and these scattered doll parts. I get that you can grow just about anything from Lax Gemini, but how do you get the synthetic and the organic to work together?
Yeah, that was our first concern when R&D began work on the worm concept. The 1.0s were real skin with synthetic muscle. Whoa. And it was a horror show. Metal pulling on skin was just,
Right. Whoa, hold on a second. Let's take a moment here.
I mean, that's always been they do that thing where it's like, oh, it's not real skin, it's not real blood, it's not real organics, it's only made from stem cells, but it's not. And it seems like literally that's been their development process, is trying to get it far enough away to feign, like, not even feign, like far enough away to where you work out all the kinks of actually using real meat, and also far enough away to where people deal with it ethically.
Yes, yeah, it's almost like okay, don't look too closely anymore, like, we're gonna go like just a couple shuffles away from actually putting real, like, stem cell grown skin and bones or not bones, but skin and muscles and blood into this thing. But if we tell you that it's lab grown, it's fine, like
exactly. It's pink. Don't worry about it.
Blood.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely still blood, but like I get that you can. You've taken off the brand name, and this is like discount brand blood, discount brand skin, and it does a different job. I know people have brought up in the comments and the videos that specifically using Lax Gemini cells is whack as hell because of the current political, like, baggage that Lax Gemini has. So it is fascinating that they're like, that's almost part of their promotion in this.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. Yeah. And like that it's still being utilized, like, at this point in the future as well, I don't know, there's a lot of implications there.
A cyberpunk dystopia, so although this is funny because, like, it's cyberpunk, I think it does this funny thing where it's like, we're not going to come out and say it's a dystopia. You need to start feeling it over time, like, as opposed to, like, cyberpunk where it's like right out the gate, it's like, this is unlivable. Whereas here it's like, you just work every single day and every hour of the day, and you're owned by the company, and we print all these, they're not humans though, and we love our job, and we have hobbies, and we have friends. Life goes on. It's not just dystopian, and then it's like, no, but it is. It's just, you're just used to it.
Exactly. It's the, like, it's the frog and water dystopian.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. That is a perfect way of putting it.
Like, just over time, society has shifted this way, and you don't feel it anymore, or you do, but you can't imagine a world that is any different because the systems to get to that point have been so slow and methodical over time. Like, to get out of it would be to destroy everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like they can't even comprehend starting to unpick it, so it's just like, and we take the drugs our company gives us,
Yes. Yep. And we sell our arms to get a mod so that we can do our job and then be owned by the company.
Yep. It's I like the way they're approaching it. They're trying to do, like, real ground level perspective
Yes.
on it, which I think is the best way to handle this kind of setting.
Yep, I totally agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
said
Oh,
that
I
line.
don't know if I read that line.
I thought you did. I'm sorry. There you go.
What do you
For
say
2.0s.
for 2.0? They worked backwards: organic muscles, organic skin. Okay.
But digital signals on organic hardware was a dead end.
Didn't the muscles flex when you passed an electrical current through them?
Yeah, they'd flex and unflex, sure, but that's not nearly precise enough for facial expressions. Looked like puppets strung up on live wires. We used the test footage to haze interns, actually.
I bet it was horrific.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that was really bad.
Holy shit. You must have figured something out. The A16 wouldn't look out of place on the runway.
Thank you. We try. We ended up reaching out to mod companies. Well, we actually just bought out half a dozen of them, but
Right.
Amazed you didn't own them already.
Yeah, right? I know, I'm surprised.
they figured out how to get human nervous systems moving mechanical limbs decades ago. So we just needed to get a mechanical nervous system to move and living limbs.
Very clumsy attempt to avoid using the word human.
High precision mods are slotted straight into the nervous system. They receive their input from neurotransmitters, not bioelectricity.
So you had to do the opposite.
Exactly. We created a synthetic neurotransmitter that our androids could use to communicate with organic flesh.
Where did that breakthrough come from? Dr. Asher?
Partly. He led the team that built the motor neurons in this analogy.
So just have to throw it out there. And I what I'm about to say, I'm not 100% what he just said one-to-one equates to, but it's what I heard, and so I'm just gonna say it. If they can get mods to move android human parts, they can get mods to move human parts, right? I imagine so. Like, could they
I
make
would
a
imagine
mod
so.
that
You
could
mean-
control a person?
Oh,
If they can make a mod
yes.
that can control a printed person?
I 100%
Yeah.
think, yeah, that's where we're kind of going with this.
This feels an awful lot like this is a lot of money to put into, as we've already articulated, a very expensive, very fragile, very unnecessary development. So the question always is in those cases, what is the actual goal? What is the actual outcome that they're trying to engineer here?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's like on the surface, it's like, yeah, this is going to get us to a point where, this will help us in our point to getting our warm androids up and running. But in reality, it's like, okay, no, this is actually we have a way to physically, manually control people with mods.
Yeah, like the human nervous
yeah,
system.
And the human yeah, exactly. Yeah. We've built out a synthetic nervous system for our warm androids to be more human-like. It's like, okay, well, that means we can mod the nervous system.
Yeah. I had to say it out loud because as he's saying it, I'm like, well, then you have this, don't you? Like, so
Yes.
anyway, okay.
Yeah. They made synthetic like neurotransmitters and synthetic neurons and oh my
Yeah.
please.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, it's good point out. I think I did read that line. Yeah.
They carry commands from the central nervous OS to individual muscles across the
I can never say that word.
Chassis? Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go cassis. I'm like,
That's another
spicy.
one where I read it in books for like 10 years before I ever heard it out loud. So it is still chassis in my brain. It's always chassis. I know it's not, but yeah.
Chassis, but I want to go cassis
Yep,
every time.
I get you. I could not empathize more.
Not the Cinatonin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just looked up at the screen. Get out of here.
Sorry, the synthetic analog serotonin. That was actually an old brainchild from the VP of Android Futures, Helen Young.
Young. Hasn't David mentioned a Dr. Young before? Well, sounds impressive.
She's one hell of a biochemist. Or she was, I guess. Not much time for individual lab work when you get to her kind of pay grade.
So Young collaborated with David on the technology that enabled warm androids. As I thought, whatever went into Sarah that makes the androids so distinct, he couldn't have taken sole credit for it. Young, did he have a partner? Wait, did he partner with her on this?
I assume we've signed an NDA, right? Or something. He's just giving us a lot of info.
He is info dumping. I mean, this is a tour factory.
I guess so. This is
designed
probably
for-
open to the public. Well, not public, but like...
Yeah, like this is PR factory, or like this is a location, like a showcase, like a showroom.
It's true, but they go so far, like at least David's like personal assistant went so far out of her way to be like, it's not blood, they're not human, it's not humanoid, they're nope, none of that, absolutely not. And this guy's
That's
just
very
like,
true.
oh yeah, it's muscles and meat, and it look like horror shows, and it's really scary actually what we do here.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
Maybe he's just not a tour guide, so he's not used to the spiel.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. They like called him down to bring us in, so yeah, he does have the vibe that he doesn't normally do this. Yeah. There's something out there that caught my eye when we came in. A very familiar shade of crimson. If I squint through the glass, out on the floor there are temperature-controlled fluid tanks. Through glass and plastic flows an eye-catching scarlet that transitions into...
So it starts red, and then they dye it pink.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, that just tickled
You gotta
me.
love it.
Yep. So you add the blood towards the end?
Oh, you mean the oxidant? Yeah, relatively late to the process. Is something out of place?
Androids have blood, even if it's not officially labeled as such, but it isn't red. It's pink. Sometimes milky, sometimes neon, occasionally garish, but pink. I didn't think the oxidant would be red.
Oh, right. Sorry. I barely noticed it at this point. The color's natural, comes from the biomanufacturing process. The chromofuge out there removes the byproducts, the waste, the excess pigment, changing it from blood red to psychopop pink. Huh. Oh my god. They literally are like, we can't have it. We can't have our blood looking like blood.
I mean,
We have
Dawes is like, it's important. It's good for the process. It's like clean. It's, making sure you have clean oil. But no, they can't
No.
bleed red. That's not allowed.
Exactly.
Without that chromofuge, our android's flesh would come out looking all the wrong colors.
That may be true. It probably isn't, but maybe.
But I have a simpler explanation. Blood is primal. The sight of it carries weight.
They change the color of their product's blood so that when an android gets a bottle broken against its face, no one bats an eye.
Oof.
Ugh. And they don't want you confusing androids with people either. Like, they don't want it to go the other way. If you break a bottle over an android's face, they bleed red, and you're like, oh my god, it wasn't an android,
Yep.
it's a human.
Yep.
You know?
Makes me wonder what color blood Sarah has. I don't want to test that, obviously, but I am curious, especially since we don't know if she was made on site at David's house. We didn't see one of those big chromofuges, so yeah.
That's true. Yeah. She might just have red blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Feels like I've seen this before. Oh, that's right. There was one in David's lab. That's the nanograde elementary factor or nanofacturer for short. Real high quality piece of machinery, each of them built in-house by Randock Mechanics. What does it do? Nano level flash fab. Basically a 3D printer for nanomachines. You build nanomachines in your factories for use in your androids? The raw materials are cheap, literally elementary, so no sense in getting them shipped in. It's mostly the medical models that make use of them. Inject a couple thousand nanites into a patient's bloodstream, run diagnostics, and provide a solution. A 3D printer for nanomachines. What kind of ink does it use? Silicon, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, building blocks. They feed into the nanoprinter and it assembles the machines particle by particle. Like a ribosome building structurally complex proteins out of chemically simple amino acids. Must be time consuming. You would think, but Randock cracked the code on parallel microfacturing. The inside's crystalline, sprawling, it's like an ant's nest. Raw materials enter at one of the thousands of different entry points, combining and recombining at intersections. The finished product ends up at the center and drips out in a liquid solution. Distilled nectar, swimming with millions of nanites in just 2 minutes. Nectar? It's sticky?
Poison could have been printed in the machine.
Poison could have been printed in the machine?
He went downstairs to get the bottle.
Ooh!
I don't know why he would do that. To be clear, that's still the major question, but he did. He went past the machine to get the bottle.
Yep. It can be, depending on the desired output, but the door vacuum seals while it's cooking, so don't worry. It's completely spill-proof. Oh, what a relief. Not exactly a box of paper clips David could just have brought home from the office one day. He must have bought his own for some reason.
There's something else in here. One sec.
There is something else. Or we just advance.
There.
That thing? That thing.
Oh, it's an inhaler.
Huh. Oh, it's an inhaler. An inhaler left out on the desk. Probably half a dozen empty ones in the one on the ones in the one of the drawers. In one of the drawers. Blah, 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 blah. I can spot. I can spark. I can speak. I'm gonna take a drink of my drink. Let me reset real quick. Live long and prosper. Dawes, the inhalers, they're distributed by the company, correct? Oh, yeah. HR handles it. They personalize your dosage and prescription and update it based on performance and job fulfillment reviews. That's fucked. Oh my god. Oh, Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Other corporations do it the same way?
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone's trying to keep pace with each other, so can't have your employees losing focus on the job. Could cost you who knows how much is lost in efficiency.
Sorry if this is insensitive, but given what happened to David, are overdoses common in the company?
Yeah, he says. Overdoses, that is, not hospitalizations or deaths. It's all pretty organized these days.
These days?
Man, back when I started in consulting, pretty much everyone had an embarrassing story from their first 2 years where they popped a few too many greens and missed the on-ramp.
Popped greens?
Yeah, used to be pills. Green to get you going, yellow to keep you there, swallow red after brushing your teeth, and get into your bunk fast. But yeah, the inhalers are a huge improvement, like going from torches to the light bulb. They sync straight to your personal biomes and adjust dosage in real time. Overdoses are way down.
Oh, that's great to hear.
The trainees under me don't realize how good they've got it. Kids probably won't even have to learn how to purge.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's a lot baked into that.
I
I have a really weird takeaway from that, which is because the inhalers pre-dose for you, people probably don't know their actual dosage.
No.
Yeah, they can just kind of
'Cause
like behave however they want and hope that the meds are a safety net.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like it's you don't know any of your you don't know your dosage. It's fully automated. You just are existing and doing, and based on your performance, your dosage is going to start adjusting your behavior.
Wild,
like, you don't
wild,
even
wild,
have to
wild.
think about it. Yeah. That's man, the world building in this game is off the wall.
It's very, very good. It's very, very
Yeah.
good.
Man, it's so good. What have we got on this data pad? Some kind of write-up?
On the subject of Sullivan's Peak, much of our world today, and in fact, much of our world's economy, is heavily influenced by the uncanny valley. The thought
Hell
experiment
yeah.
provides a simple and easily applied explanation for the gap we see in the otherwise wide spectrum of automated dependence that assist us in nearly every industry on the planet. There's a very simple primal truth to it. We like things that resemble the living, like cartoons and puppets and toys. And we like things that are damn near indistinguishable from the living, like whatever name Noble's latest products are being sold under. But there are deep, deep trenches between those two ends, where products are universally appalling to human sensibility. The uncanny valley will no doubt remain a useful tool for teaching, marketing, and design for generations to come, but already we are seeing ways in which it fails. It is becoming increasingly clear to us that the space between nearly indistinguishable and truly indistinguishable is much wider than we ever suspected, and it may not be the only part of the map that we must fear. I propose we bridge these gaps in knowledge by looking to the speculative fiction of Robert J. Sullivan, who in his most well-known work, Equal Under One Sky, described a concept which thereafter has been called Sullivan's Peak. Through the lens of his characters and their so very a divided world, Sullivan demonstrates that the uncanny valley does in fact have its own peak on the other side, a point past which making an artificial existence any more human in its features serves only to make the user experience more uncomfortable, more difficult, and more fraught with moral pitfalls. Once you reach Sullivan's Peak, traveling any further only has diminishing returns. The implications of this idea are far-reaching. we will very soon reach a point at which the designers of ads can only make their creations less lifelike or less likable, a hard stopping point for the technological progress. What then, we must ask? Oh, looks like you forgot to sign into this device. I mean, because, like, again, the reason we're commenting of, like, what's the actual play behind the warm androids is, like, they just seem like a terrible idea. They just seem like a terrible idea. What a terrible idea.
Across the board, they just seem like a bad idea. But if they are a testing ground for all of these other types of tech that are used by, Noble and governments and other companies as means of full control over people, then...
Yeah, because otherwise they're sitting squarely on Sullivan's Peak. Sarah is an interesting case because, like, on one hand, it seems like she's more natural. It's like maybe an attempt to push beyond. But then the counterpoint is that raises so many ethical and moral flags, which then makes it less likable. So she's firmly there too.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like truly, like it says, diminishing returns. Like even if you are on the other side of the uncanny valley, just the mere thought of the fact that you are on the other side of it
is in and of itself awful. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Which almost makes like the uncanny valley more like what's the word I'm looking for? Like approaching zero forever.
Yeah, it's approaching the limit.
Yes. And like, is it even a valley at that point? It just,
it's more like a warning sign. It's like a turn back now. Nothing good is on the other side of this.
Huh. Were they passing it around as a gag? Or are they actually afraid of Sullivan's Peak around here? Noble must be wary of it.
I'd say wary of it because that's their whole deal. Oh no.
Oh.
Guess not.
Is that wrong?
Guess so. Yeah.
Well, if the peak does exist, they'll be coming up on it fast now that androids are warm. Noble's entire product line.
Oh, never mind.
Maybe their entire industry could go bottoms up if people start to think it's cruel.
I was about to say, if they're dismissive of it, they're fools. Like that,
Yeah. Right? If Sarah's any indication of where their androids are headed, I could see some people getting uncomfortable. Yeah, that's literally, I like that Morgan continued our thought process there. That was great.
All done? You ready to get the ad handled?
Thank you for humoring me.
Can you have it step into the scanner?
As he says.
Understood.
Right then. What are we looking at here? Whoa. What? Whoa, there's a lot to unpack here.
We theorize that it may have been Asher's pincushion.
Oh, pincushion, huh? That would explain some of what I'm reading here.
What language is that on the screen?
Tess. Tesseract. All Noble products and, pretty much all products, period, are programmed in Tess. Easy to read and write, stay compliant. Now, this model, what's it go by?
Sarah.
This, Sarah model? It's got everything the 16th line has, that's for sure. Organic skin, hybrid muscles, advanced facial processing and emoting. But there's a lot crammed in here that's still in development. Like, the idea phases? Huh. Oh, like in the idea phases. Oh, like in the idea
Like they
phases.
haven't started prototyping it yet.
They haven't even... I see. They haven't even started, production on it yet.
She's got whiteboard scribbles in her.
Whoa!
solar cell hair strands, decentralized redundant power, mental and physical overclocking with extended tolerances. Data storage is so large I can't. No. Wow, he had to measure it using
Hell of a poker face.
Wait, decryption and signal hijacking? That's,
Hacking?
Essentially. Does that mean it could hack its own tenants? Oh no, that's unthinkable, literally, for an ad.
Oh, hello, Asimov.
It's unescapable.
Yep.
For an ad to break its tenants would be like...
Sorry, in Crosscode, literally one of the main characters' last name is Asimov. He's your hacker programmer character.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they were just like, yeah, this is Sergei Asimov. Just be okay with that.
That's funny.
You stepping into traffic or dropping a baby. Even if you're physically capable of it, it's not something you would ever choose to do.
Some people do walk into traffic. Psychotics, addicts, the mentally ill. Does that mean there are androids?
Well, no, there aren't crazy androids, so yeah. I guess my analogy doesn't hold up.
That's okay. So it can't hack itself, but it was given the ability to hack other systems?
The industry line is that such capability could be an option in certain emergency scenarios. Breaking through the firewalls and encryption of surrounding electronics to broadcast directly to police or military channels. Speaking of military, this musculoskeletal setup is drastic. I've never seen this on a consumer model.
Can you lift a car or something, Sarah?
Most cars. It would depend on the center of gravity.
Hell yeah.
Lady, this Sarah could wrestle a public disturbance walker and come out on top.
Those stomping behemoths they bring out for riot suppression? Whew.
And in terms of computational ability, the estimate says, what? That can't be right.
Look, Dawes, I was actually hoping you could tell me something about the software or the metadata. Who worked on it and when?
Oh, right. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. The editing logs have been purged.
That doesn't sound very above the board.
From the moment Morgan was like, we're gonna bring Sarah to Noble headquarters, I was like, this is a very interesting move because, like, 9 times out of 10 she gets confiscated. And I know you don't care yet, but, like, alerting them to Sarah's existence immediately is a really interesting play.
I agree. And it's like, surely now we have a log of, Noble systems accessing Sarah here in Noble headquarters. Like, even if we walk out with Sarah right now, it's like, they know that we were here with her.
Yeah, it's like by walking
right?
into that thing, does she get like a tracker in her? I don't know. It's just, I'm sure, look, this is not me being like, Morgan, you idiot. I'm more like, Morgan, this is a very strange play. I'm intrigued to see how it unfolds for you because, like, I wouldn't have done this.
No, but we have to remember that Morgan loves to gamble.
Yeah, it's true. And this is a piece that she's not too attached to yet, and it's already gotten her a lot of information, so fair enough. It's just, like I said, like, again, I'm not like, shame on you. I'm just like, huh. Okay.
It is a wild play. That's very, very true. And as we're now learning with Sarah, it seems like she's probably like firewalled to hell and back. So like maybe she's protected enough, like that we can walk in here and she can't get hacked. She is the one who hacks.
No,
Like,
that's fair. And I also realized that, like, if she was walking around with an unregistered android, eventually that would come back to bite her. But again, walking right into the mouth of the beast and being like, unpick exactly what this is just like, okay, yeah, sure.
You do make a good point, though, that she doesn't really care about Sarah right
No.
now, though. So I could see that as like she still looks at Sarah as like, this is a thing, and and it's part of my mystery, and I need to solve it.
Yeah, and if I have to offer this up in order to figure out David's case, like, okay, fine.
Yeah. But I'm sure she's gonna have a change of heart as we continue to meet Sarah and gain understanding of like who she is and everything. So
One would imagine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one would imagine, but I don't know with Morgan. It's hard to
Who can
tell.
Sorry, I can't tell you anything about who worked on Sarah or when.
Any chance you can restore those logs?
Not here, not with this machine. I'd need the computers that were actually used for programming this model. Any idea where those would be?
Sarah?
I cannot answer that question with any accuracy.
Had a feeling you might say that. Ads, right?
Sorry, I can tell you that the code is unique. There's hints of the A16 in there, a few of the same conclusions. It's just Dr. Asher or whoever took very different paths to get there.
So Sarah has even less in common with other androids on the inside? Huh.
Sorry, didn't expect to hit a dead end here.
Not at all. You've been very helpful. Can we still get the registration done?
Yeah, no problem. We've got the software and forms all set up here. Occasionally, we let a new business partner bring one home fresh from the oven, you know?
Oven?
Ugh, gross. Alright, a few basic questions then. Who's going to be the official owner of this unit?
She is.
As it says. Unless the will disagrees, it's my responsibility.
Right then. You fine with the designation Sarah? We can set it to anything you like.
Well, actually... And never mind. Sarah will do fine.
Okay, this part's all standard. Civilian model, address, contact info I can get from your crumbs. Do you want to reset to factory defaults? Could clear up a lot of quirks.
Not right now.
The last thing then is the grading.
Do not reset your child. Sorry, I just looked at chat. Child comes with factory reset. No.
I'm reading 23 tenets here. Nothing too far out of the ordinary.
23? That's higher than I expected, talking with it. She seemed more malleable than that.
Don't blame yourself. Guessing tenant count from outward appearances has become a crapshoot. Not like it used to be. Used to be they only had 3 tenants total, and every unit had to have them. Then came the first accidents and the first lawsuits, then the hearings and the legislature,
and the demand for more tenants. A tenant making sure ads couldn't endanger the state. A tenant stating that ads wouldn't divulge private information without prior consent. There was a campaign calling for a tenant to weigh child and adult lives equally during risk assessment. There was a campaign calling for a tenant to do the opposite.
Companies wanted their asses covered, customers wanted guarantees. There was never much incentive to deny our requested tenants, so the list just ballooned.
I mean, we already have this with like self-driving cars, which is like,
True.
how do they make how do they make decisions? How do they prioritize life? What, So yeah, of course, makes sense that they'd have a lot in robots and not just the 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Until the military entered the market in full force.
You sound like you don't approve.
I wouldn't go that far, but they needed their ads to be able to pull the trigger when ordered to.
So they have to be able to, which we talked about in chapter 1, which is like, or chapter 0, which is like, they can kill. They absolutely can. It just isn't qualified
100%.
as killing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without clearing 5,000 lines of bloated, hard-coded decision points to get there, I get that. But since the armies are the only ones using tech with bare minimum tenets, all the best, least cluttered, most elegant code is only used for war games. It's just not very romantic. Well, not like I was on the jury. Department of Advanced Defense Projects versus Zenith Dynamics. The Supreme Court sided with the military's requests and set a new precedent that every other army around the world would race to meet. Changing tenets from a mandated list at the root of every ad's source code to a choose-your-own checklist. It's funny, ads with the most tenets, they're so locked up you can't even have a conversation with them. And outside the armed forces, the only ads with single-digit tenant counts are just vacuuming floors. The most impressive ones, like what you've got here, fall somewhere in the middle. Sorry, went on a tangent there. Only thing left is the evaluation.
What gets evaluated?
Total financial worth for insurance purposes. Yeah, the insurance companies made sure we had very accurate algorithms for this.
David better have factored that into his damn will, because we're about to have to pay a ton in insurance.
Yeah! No room for human error, they insisted, with no sense of irony. Wow.
We're in a different tax bracket now, David. Did you think about that?
No!
God damn it, David. You better put aside a trust for us.
I mean, I knew it was custom, but
What price could they have possibly? Oh, that's a lot of digits.
you should know these formulae are pretty conservative with their estimates. Stingy, even.
If Sarah's really David's last and greatest work, they say some things are priceless, but when you force an insurance algorithm to pick a number,
Try not to get any scratches on it, I guess.
You spoke differently back there.
Hmm?
With Dawes, you spoke like he did, it seemed.
like I copied his accent? Huh?
You seemed to mirror his affect, his tone.
Oh, I did not in my performance, but that's fine. It's called being friendly. What's your point?
It was just an observation.
You can choose to keep those to yourself, you know. No tenant required.
Why are you so concerned about registering me in the first place, Adonai?
For the same reason I wouldn't drive around in a car without a license plate. Any cop, or even just a well-placed camera, could have spotted your barcode and seen that it wasn't set up with any actual data.
And then they would have arrested me, and they would have thrown me in the slammer.
She's so cute. No, they would have arrested me and put you in an evidence locker.
An android can't get arrested?
People get arrested. Property gets seized. And then smashed. Oh, great. You put us over the weight limit.
I did no such...
Oh,
Morgan, counselor, your presence has been requested on the upper floors.
ah, shit. Who's asking?
Vice President of Android Futures, Helen Young.
Shouldn't have assumed I still had the opening move. Ugh. Tell her I'll be right up.
I'll redirect your elevator now.
Taking control of your elevator is very
Convenient?
forceful. As if Noble is trying to directly steer your investigation.
If Noble wanted to shut me down, they wouldn't bother to be subtle.
I suppose they could simply refuse to cooperate.
Or just let the elevator drop. Oh, where are we? Northeastern headquarters, same
Same place,
executive
but
office.
yeah, we went from the basement and now we're at the top.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Got a
Hello,
Karen Bob
ma'am.
over there.
Yeah, the bob and the bell bottoms.
Yeah.
And the futuristic lipstick. Hell yeah.
Someone's
It's
unimpressed.
so-
It's very yellow. It's very
Yellow and
it's
orange.
very
It's-
yellow.
It's too much.
I can't look at it. I really can't. It's also got the Pokemon Center bubble walls, and that's kind of funny to me.
Pokemon. Oh yeah, that's true. Huh, subtle speaking first is a sign of weakness, is it? Here I thought I could avoid wading into the swamp of corporate pretend power dynamics.
Speak first, let her stew.
Oh, I want to let her stew. Personally. Silence is only awkward if you care. I can ignore social cues all day long.
Ooh, thank
Ah.
you. Okay, they're not bubbles. They're just
Okay.
screens. But they looked like bubbles when it was all
They
yellow.
do look like, yeah, they do look like bubbles.
Mhm. They're really gonna do this, huh? I always like this time of day.
Not too muggy for you?
No, I never liked the clear blue sky. It always seemed cold to me.
I like this voice you've given her. This is really good.
Thank you.
Also, I like her design.
I know. It's just
Yeah.
very clean, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Huh, you're in luck. The sky gets more colorful every year.
Especially after the coroner who had just like the most layered extra outfit. This one is so like clean. Like,
Yep.
yep.
It's so corporate.
It is. It is.
Yep.
As the air quality drops. Childish, isn't it? Marveling at the small sheen of rainbow dancing on the surface of a massive oil spill. Apologies for waxing poetic. It's been a very unusual 24 hours around here.
Dr. Young.
Just Miss is fine.
Miss Young, I get the feeling you didn't bring me up here to talk about the weather.
No, I brought you up here to express my condolences. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Though I could say the same. I know you and David worked together for many years.
Yes, we did. But as much as I'd like to just drop everything and process, the company wheels don't stop spinning for anything. Or anyone. Was Dawes any help?
She sent him? Huh. Trying to be helpful or just trying to control the narrative?
Weirdly, again, Dawes was very forthcoming. It seems like an interesting choice as a control the narrative pick.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Not saying that to give her the benefit of the doubt, more just saying just interesting. Again, flagging as,
Yeah, that's making me think that all of that was like therefore highly intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was great. But that must mean you know why I'm here.
I don't want to make assumptions.
No need. I'll be explicit. I'm here as an officer of the court, which means I'm bound by law to document every rock I turn over. And every person I speak to.
Yes, the lawyers made that all very clear.
Lawyers?
You have an android. It's not one of ours.
Oh, you can tell that quickly? Got all the faces memorized.
It's easy enough to remember the major archetypes we use, yes.
If you're nuts about your own work, maybe. It's a recent acquisition. Very recent, in fact. One of David's last requests, apparently.
David asked you to take it? I've been told that you've been to David's estate already.
The police gave me full access to the scene.
Then you know that he wasn't alone last night.
Yes, there was a single witness who met with him and called emergency services when he fainted.
I was the witness.
Oh!
But you have blue text. What's that about?
What?
What's that about?
What?
To friendship. You had black
To friendship?
text.
What? Really?
Taking a gamble here. I don't know how much I stand behind this. I call bullshit.
But it wasn't her there?
Yeah, because there were too many layers. Remember, like, the witness had, like, so many layers of lockdown? Why would the witness then be like, oh, no, that was me? So who's she covering for?
Oh.
Exactly,
yeah.
Ratner. That's what I was getting to, is, like, if there were so many layers on the witness and then somebody comes forward and is like, that was me? Don't bother. I guess if we bring it up to the cops and the cops are like, no, then that falls apart pretty quickly. So maybe not bullshit. But I just, like I said, I just like, something feels weird about that.
Yeah, I agree. It is suspicious. I mean, it's true. She is like, what, VP? Like, she's very high ranking in the company. So it's like,
especially now.
Possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe there's a possibility like that's true, but I don't know.
If while we were downstairs, it had said, oh, Dr. Young is the secret witness, I'd been like, absolutely, that makes sense. It's more just that she came out and said it. But maybe seeing Sarah changed her mind. I don't know. We don't know enough about her yet.
I don't know. I agree. She might be covering for someone. Yeah.
Big old shrug.
Yeah. Obviously, there aren't many people David would bother meeting with in person, let alone welcoming them into his home and offering them a drink. I also knew that Young was his superior on paper, though not in fame. And I knew that the witness had Executive Plan 3 insurance, so they had to be higher up than David.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, so Morgan thinks it was her.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go with you, Morgan.
Yeah. Huh. Well then, do your lawyers know we're having this conversation?
Of course. They're pulling their hair out as we speak.
I can't imagine why. The police cleared you. And you were well within your rights to ask for some privacy, given the high-profile nature of all that's happened. So why call me up here? Why cut through all the red tape your lawyers painstakingly hid you behind?
Eventually, you or some clever lawyer like you would get the record open. Through legal means or otherwise. The company's enemies are legion, and they have a prying knife for every occasion.
Still, it would have taken time. Time you could use to get ahead of what could be the biggest PR hurdle Noble's ever seen.
Touché.
And?
So perhaps the truth of the matter is that I simply didn't want to hide. David was my colleague for several years. If I were in your shoes, I would have questions as well.
You're doing this for my sake.
No, my reasons are purely selfish. I'm only hoping that talking to someone whose job isn't to defend me from all the consequences that might prove, it might prove therapeutic.
If she wants to play confessional, that's fine by me. But is that really all that's going on here? Why don't you start from the beginning then? You went to his home last night?
Yes, at around 7:30 p.m. The building's penumbra captured all of that quite clearly.
He fell ill around 8 p.m., so you spent half an hour together. Why the late call in person?
We had an intense discussion yesterday afternoon. David never came in on Saturdays, and I didn't want to spend the weekend glaring at him through screens, so I visited, and he let me in, and we talked.
About?
The good old days, if you can believe that. Back when we were both new at the company, eager to make a name for ourselves.
How long ago was that?
7 or 8 years ago.
Miss Young?
Putting a number on it, it doesn't sound that long ago, but oh, it feels... We spent a while like that, just talking. He was lively and sharp, and I never would have thought that a few minutes later...
That he would be dead.
That he would commit suicide in front of me.
Whoop! Huh, a firm reply. What happened?
8:15, he said he wanted to toast. He got up, walked back to his workshop, and then he must have went down into his basement to get us a bottle. I checked some messages in the meantime, enjoyed the view.
In other words, she stayed on camera.
He came back with a bottle of whiskey and 2 plastic cups. We drank and talked. He got quieter, spoke less. I thought he was just getting drunk. I didn't get worried until he started to fall asleep.
You tried to wake him?
He wasn't responding. I tried to shake him awake, but he didn't seem... I left him and ran to the kitchen to use the security system.
Didn't think to use your phone?
I wonder when he fell backwards. Sorry.
Yeah, 'cause he fell back.
Yeah, what she's saying doesn't quite line up to what we saw, but we're not through it yet. So let's keep listening, and then I'll call bullshit later if it still doesn't line up. Okay.
100%. Yep.
No, I suppose I didn't. But it worked out. The Penumbra's emergency protocols summoned a VTOL straight to his helipad with one button press. When I returned to the parlor, he was limp. I moved him to the floor. I moved him to the floor as delicately as I could. He had a heartbeat, but I just did what I could until they arrived.
So he was slumped over on the countertop,
He slumped
like
forward,
in a chair? Slumped forward, and then she laid him back?
Laid him down. Which is not what you do with somebody who's super drunk, but she clearly... Okay, all right. Again, I'm going to let her continue to tell her story, and then we can kind of piece it apart.
Yeah, I'm not fully buying this. You went with them to the hospital, I take it?
Yes, they insisted. They checked my vitals and ran a tox screen, which came back clean.
So did David's, for all the good it did him.
I wasn't paying close enough attention to what they were saying at that point. But I'm sure they ran through every step of the CCE SOP. That's what they're paid to do.
You seem certain that it was suicide.
Yes.
Why?
As I said, he got quieter as the time passed, and he spoke less. But the last thing he said to me, the last clear thing he said, was that he was happy ending it here. Said he was content. And he downed his glass after that. He drank every last drop. Does that sound like David Asher to you?
Curious, restless, perfectionist David? Huh. No, I guess it doesn't. Ooh, we got a lot of things.
None of these have locks.
ask.
Okay.
Okay. CCE?
Yeah.
You said CCE, standard operating procedure, a moment ago. What was that?
CCE stands for corporate espionage, which is just industry doublespeak for corporate espionage. Only used in self-defense. You understand.
So Noble anticipates employees at your level getting poisoned?
They give us all kinds of CCE training. Subtly, of course. Usually disguised as the itinerary of leadership workshops or psychiatric evaluations.
They train you to expect to get murdered at these leadership workshops?
Murder is fairly rare at our level. More likely, they'll want us too sick to work. Let us drain company resources in a hospital bed while our position sits vacant.
That's smart. Like snipers purposefully avoiding vital areas to strain the enemy's medical resources.
That's terrible. Like snipers purposely avoiding vital areas in order to strain the enemy's medical resources.
Uh-huh. That's
Yeah,
nothing
girl.
compared to when they want to turn an asset. Feel ill for the rest of your life with an undiagnosable malady, or become our mole, and we'll send you the antidote every 2 weeks.
Whew, that's a nasty piece of work.
It's a nasty line of work. Consulting.
I'm sorry?
That's just what they call it. Can't exactly put corporate spy on your CV.
Jeez. So every consultant I've met at a cocktail party was actually...
It depends. Did they say did they say that they're consultants? Or did they say that they were in consulting?
How the hell am I supposed to remember? So, do your people think that what happened to David was a deliberate attack?
Noble's competitors have been trying to get to David for years. And that's the time scale their plans operate on. If this was an attack from a rival corporation, the company would have seen it coming. And they'd probably have struck first. The cups? Let's just go down it, yeah.
Yeah.
None of them, like I said, none of them have locks, none of them are doing any of that jittering, so I think we're fine.
Yep. I've been curious about this ever since I saw the scene. Why the plastic cups?
There's a story there. David and I got hired around the same time under similar circumstances. Headhunted while finishing our higher education. During recruiting, the company claimed to want us badly, but in practice, our actual authority was...
Inexperienced and overpaid. You must have been extremely unpopular.
You don't mince words. We didn't either back then. We were loudly trying to convince our superiors that their entire sales model for androids was antiquated and self-defeating.
The two of them made the 1 point doctrine? Oh, that's not the story I've heard in Noble commercials and Noble sponsored media. And come to think of it, it's not a story I ever heard from David himself.
We had this deadline, self-imposed, but still a deadline. We wanted to get our pitch to the president of the international sales by end of day. 7 p.m. rolls around and people start filtering out. David still has his head buried in diagrams and sales figures. Imagine a technical man like him, a programmer, trying to make a sales pitch. The clock hits 9, and even the zombies start heading home. I turn to David, tell him that it's not gonna happen. We're nowhere near finished, and the day's long since been over. He looked at me like I'm the only other person on on a sinking boat, and I've just stopped pitching water. And he says, I don't remember. I think I gave him like a high. The president is on the other side of the globe. We've still got all night until his end of day. We wrapped up at 4 in the morning. Just us, the cleaning staff, and back then only half of them were ads. He finally sends the message, and I'm ready to collapse. I've got nothing. We stared blankly at his inbox for the next 40 minutes, hoping that the harsh light would give us the energy to work through the next day. And we got a response. It wasn't long, but it showed he was interested. I had been turned down so many times before then, ignored and placated, passed up and ghosted, but together, David and we had finally gotten a win. So David asks if I've got anything to drink. And I've got a bottle of some swill in the cabinet at my desk, but he doesn't want to drink from the bottle. Says he wants to toast. So we sat there at 5:19 in the morning, toasting awful vodka to one another in cups we grabbed from the break room. Toasting our first victory against the corporate beast.
This is cute art. I like this art a lot.
It is.
Aww.
It's sad, but
Dim.
it's lovely art. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dim and sad, but
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah. Ugh.
Between the lack of sleep and the drinking, the next day at work was hell.
Sounds like a good memory.
Plastic cups and liquor. That was our little ritual. So I didn't think twice when he presented me with my cup. It was ceremony for us.
History with Noble, I suppose?
Yeah.
Just go through the list?
We still haven't figured out what the glass in the sink was about yet, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. There's a lot of aspects about her story and her presence there with David that is just not sitting right with me.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, the flip side of it is if her story is accurate, then David has been taking credit for her work. But she's also his superior at the company, so like, does that matter? I don't know. I'm kind of in a place where I'm like, I kind of enjoy her. So I'm like, I'm going to just kind of let you do your thing. But I do want to acknowledge when it's not even when it's conflicting with information we have. It's more when it's just like that something doesn't feel quite right yet.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
Want to do history with Noble?
Yeah, let's do History with Noble. As VP of Android Futures, you're David's superior, aren't you?
That's correct.
Didn't you join the company at around the same time?
David was always more interested in his work than he was in climbing the ladder. He didn't like playing the corporate politics game.
So was he unpopular around here?
Not unpopular, no. Not the great David Asher. Misunderstood, perhaps.
How so?
He could be blunt, demanding, some might say. He wasn't trying to be, it's just not everyone could work at the same pace as he did, for as long as he did.
Even with the whole company huffing those inhalers, they couldn't keep pace with David? Speaking of which, I don't see any at Young's desk. Maybe it's just not something you leave out in the open at her level? So, would you say that his work-life balance was...
Balance implies the two are at odds with one another. We use work-life harmony here at the company.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fascinating. So, was he in harmony?
No. David always had plenty of suitors, but he was never willing to put the time in. But I'm sure you're more knowledgeable than I am on that subject.
Right.
What do you mean?
I had to help him draft a lot of apology notes over the years for misunderstandings and double bookings.
Scandalous.
The reaction. Okay, what did we ask? Oh, A16.
Yeah.
The A16 only entered production this year, correct?
Correct. Pre-orders started last holiday, and we began shipping in the first quarter.
I understand that you were instrumental in the success of Warm Androids.
I played my part supervising the launch. Yes.
Weren't you the one who designed synatonin, the factor that enabled communication between synthetic and organic parts?
I'm surprised you've heard of that.
Your dude told me.
I know. The guy you sent. Did you?
Yeah.
I did lead that project, yes, but that was years ago. At the time, synatonin was little more than a novelty, a dead end. It wasn't until David took the reins of the A16 that we found a use for it.
Took the reins?
He was lead programmer on limb coordination, facial expression, and exhaustion parameters. And he designed the synthetic nerves that made all of that possible.
David did all of that? That's a lot more than just programming. Was he always so gifted in that many fields? Did he fill those roles on the did he fill those roles on the A14 or A15?
No. He used to stick steadfast to his role as a software architect. That was his field of expertise, and he didn't wander far. But 2 or 3 years back, he started sitting in on other departments, taking notes. Soon he was joining the discussion, proposing new ideas. And eventually they came to follow his lead.
Huh, just like that?
Just like that.
Huh. So he just applied himself, and soon he was leading other departments?
That's the kind of genius that David Asher was.
Maybe they weren't paying him enough.
The company profited the most, of course, but the entire industry benefited from his vision and leadership. His loss will be felt for years. And Sarah.
So, this android, Sarah. Even DOS couldn't find any real details on where it came from.
It's not in any of our systems.
I'm afraid not. Did David ever talk to you or anyone else at the company about a pet project?
Pet!
No, he never gave any indication like that. And if he didn't talk to me about it, I seriously doubt he confided in anyone else at the company. David didn't trust anyone higher on the chain than himself, and anyone below him. Frankly, they couldn't possibly hope to give him advice.
He never mentioned me?
No, never.
Androids don't come cheap. You never heard about him requisitioning parts or resources? There were never any discrepancies with his company credit card?
The company's accountants are mirthless. Even by industry standards, they wouldn't humor anybody. Not even David Asher. If they had ever detected financial discrepancies, there would have been an uproar loud enough you could hear it from the mailroom.
Yeah, like, what? Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
If he's just been, socking his money away, I don't know. Or he had a very interested investor.
Yeah, maybe he had an investor, or maybe, it's just his own money.
Yeah.
Like,
I had figured it was his own money, but I don't know. Interesting.
You have a mailroom?
Sorry.
Yeah. So excited.
Not since the 30s, just a figure of speech. He couldn't have taken resources from the company without leaving a record. But no one would deny David Asher information. He would have been able to obtain all the necessary data to build his own android.
Oh.
Then, with enough time and money, He could privately purchase the raw materials himself.
I don't understand it. It must have taken him years to build Sarah. He wasn't doing anything illegal. Except the hacking stuff. So why keep it a secret?
Well, and it almost sounds like he started sitting in on all of those other departments in order to learn this stuff so he could make Sarah.
That's what I thought the implication was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The timing
Like,
means that like that the two were happening simultaneously.
Yes. Yeah, like him sitting in on other departments and eventually becoming like super involved in the A16 and leading projects and stuff is just sort of like happenstance because he was trying to build Sarah.
That's what it sounds like.
And getting info. Yeah.
I don't know. But he was private and a perfectionist. Perhaps he simply wasn't proud of his results.
Oh.
Could be. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I'm sure this has been a difficult day for you.
A difficult day for all of us.
Oh, a message from Fran? I'm running out of leads to chase. The brat better have good news.
Are you really going to take this to court?
That's my plan. The circumstances may be irregular, but I'm still defending a client from a criminal charge. It's my responsibility to argue that he's not guilty of what he's been accused of.
And is that what you believe? That he didn't commit suicide?
I guess I haven't decided what I believe.
That's interesting. I don't. Helen, interesting. I really enjoyed that scene. Yeah.
Me too. I am still a little bit dubious of some of the ins and outs details, but
Absolutely.
That was cool.
But I just, every aspect of it was, even that ending bit, because like it seemed like for most of the conversation that she was trying to, through being transparent, close the door on this. But then at the end, asking, like, what do you believe, was just kind of interesting. I don't know. Like, do you believe he didn't commit suicide? I like I said, just a very interesting sequence. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. That whole interaction, like, and choosing to speak with us and everything, and just there's certainly a game being played there, and I don't know what it is yet. We just have to play it to figure out the game.
Agreed.
Game changer style. Yeah. Do we want to take a?
Yeah, I want to get to where I can bring up the menu. So I was just gonna get here. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you kindly?
Don't start with me.
Don't make me put on a Don't make Allison put on an Irish accent. We can't be doing that right now.
Don't do that. Get that shit out of here.
Oh man.
Would you kindly?
No. I know that trick. That one I'm familiar with.
Can you pause here?
Yeah. Yes.
Quick save. Oh, nice. Perfect.
I brought up the. I'll bring up terms.
That works. Yeah. Actually, I know we're about to go into another scene, so maybe we'll take a break here, and I kind of want to review some of the stuff that we just picked up before we jump into the transitional scene, if that
sounds
works.
good to me. Absolutely.
Cool.
But first, let's go to break. Everybody get some water, take a stretch, and we'll see you in just a moment.
All right. See you shortly, folks.
Welcome back from break, everybody. How we doing?
We're good. I made some tea and got a tiny little snack. And I forgot to mention this at the start of stream, but it is that dreaded time of year again where the ants have returned.
I know.
To my house.
Me too.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah,
you're fighting the ant battle as well?
Yeah. It hasn't escalated into a full-on war yet, but they're here.
We are at war. We're in round 2 of battle right now.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we had the first one happen last weekend, so we ran our traps and that cleared them out for a minute, And now they are back, and we're doing round 2 of traps, and we just gotta let it run its course. But it means that a whole section of our kitchen is unusable right now.
I get you. I would love to set a trap, but first of all, they're present, but they're not. Again, it's not like a full-on out war. But they're also coming from what appears to be a pocket door into my bathroom. They're not coming from like an external wall. So I don't know where to set the trap. They're coming from the inside of the pocket door.
Oh no. And you can't like,
I'm not
their
gonna just
line
put
is
the,
probably,
yeah, I'm not gonna put like the trap like in the middle of my hallway where my pets can get to it. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with this one. This is a puzzle.
Oh no. Yeah, because like how do you get trap or like bait into that line?
I
Like,
have not solved for that yet. So right now I'm just like keeping an eye on it, like, y'all don't escalate. Don't escalate.
Yeah. Monitoring the situation. We've been monitoring outside for a while. Like Victor's pretty good at like, holding the line. But it looks like, yeah, we did find where they're getting in. There's like a spot in our kitchen cabinets where there's an opening where they're probably coming in from beneath the house or something. It's as it goes. Oof. Oh, I'm sorry to the person who got bit by the fire ant. That sucks. Fire ants suck. At least these aren't fire ants. These are just like little black house ants. So like incredibly harmless. Just super annoying and touching all my stuff.
Yeah, they are one of the things I hate most in this world, though, which is like not fair because they are pretty harmless, but they swarm my animals' food and it freaks me the flip out. I don't like it.
And that's the big thing is like keeping them away from your pet food, your food, your containers.
I'm so sorry you're dealing with it too. I'm so sorry.
Fortunately, we found the line and we found the entrance, so like we have a perfect lineup of traps and they are going for it. So at least that's working. But I was very sad that round 1 didn't do it. We gotta go another round. So yeah, yep. So I went and jumped on the ants to see how they were doing.
I get you. I feel it.
Yeah. Anyway, it sounds like plenty of folks are dealing with ants and pests right now via chat. So solidarity, everyone.
It's that time of year, as you said.
It's that time of year. I can't decide if it's getting like worse every year or not, or if it's just like I just live in a place now that it has a prevalent ant population compared to like where I've lived previously. I just don't know. I mean, I'm sure every place just has something going
Yeah, I mean,
on
for
with
me, it definitely feels like the latter. Like it's not. This is not unique to this house. Everywhere is full of ants. Yeah.
California has a lot of ants.
It has a lot of ants, especially if you're So, yep. Anyway, want to get back into
through our terms.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Do you want to start at Tesseract and work our way up? Okay. Tesseract 4.6, better known as Tess, is the latest version of the Tesseract programming language. Built on top of the Tenet system and utilized in industries around the globe to code the software that allows androids, robots, holograms, and more to react to their environment intelligently and with intention. At the start of the century, there was a much greater variety in the number of programming languages available with which to code. Globalization, the standardization of industry procedures, and the gradual erasure of many spoken tongues contributed to the loss of countless programming languages during the mid-21st century. Today, Tess is virtually unchallenged as the global lingua franca programming language. The study and teaching of other older programming languages is mostly done for recreation, hobby, or digital archaeology. Wow. Now this is unrealistic. Programmers would never. That's funny.
Tenets. Okay. A programming framework underlying the development of modern automated dependent software. All contemporary supported programming languages are built upon the Tenet system, allowing users to designate a series of inviolable, a word I've never said out loud until this moment, a series of inviolable priorities for their code to pursue. Once added to a program, a tenant cannot be circumvented under any traditional circumstances, and even then, only if a tenant with a higher weight supersedes it. Tenants were first adopted in the field of computer science as a trio 3 priorities that governed how preserving human life, obeying human commands, and avoiding damage to human property should be prioritized. Since then, the number of supported tenants has ballooned to 113, most of them requested by lobbyists in the insurance industry looking to better define relative financial value. Tenants are well known for increasing the decision time lag of programs. This, combined with their engineered inflexibility, has made it such that most programmers aim for a tenant limit below 30. Originally, the one tenant that could not be removed from any program was TNT_safety0, aka tenant 0 or tenant 1. Said tenant dictated the following program could not produce outcomes that would result in harm to a living person. After the decision reached in People versus Volstance Defense Contractors, and the resulting widespread adoption of automated dependence in the military and security sectors, that is no longer required, though Tenant 0 may still be added to particularly benign or mundane software as a good luck charm, superstitious ritual, or joke.
Cool.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Here you go.
Purge?
Yep.
Oh, the act of emptying one's stomach contents by inducing vomit, triggering the gag reflex, or using laxative to stimulate a bowel movement.
Okay, so just exactly what purge.
Yep.
Okay.
Just what we thought it was. Okay. And then there's one more at the top.
Flash
fab. I'll read this one too. A method of manufacturing artificial microscopic compounds that utilizes parallel nesting to assemble billions of simple structures in minutes or even seconds. Nanomachines have been around for the better part of a century, but the time and resources required for their construction through traditional means was historically prohibitively expensive, limiting exploration of investment in nanotech. That's very true. In the years since flash fabrication's introduction, use of and demand for nanomachines has exploded, and scientists, doctors, and product designers have found brand new niches for them across every industry. Concerns about the ecological impact of this surge in nanomachine construction have been raised, though the official stance of the Nanolife Industrial Lobbying Group has remained unwavering. Nothing that small can possibly leave that big of an ecological footprint. Jesus. Oh my god. And then this is Sullivan's Peak, which we already read. Yep.
And then
Dawson
Young. Likes red meat, flower gardens, high thread counts. Dislikes working from home, shopping online, and waiting. Fluent in 3 languages.
One of those.
Oh yeah. She's absolutely one of those.
She's an RTO truther.
Boo. Helen just dropped down multiple more points on my good list. She wasn't way up there. She wasn't scoring an A. I like her, but
she was interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't mean we like her.
Apparently Dawes can't solve captchas, so
struggles with solving captchas.
He likes pale ale. Of course he does. Of course this man
Hair
likes
is
pale
starting
ales.
to gray. Likes pale ale, of course. Hammocks and calligraphy. Dislikes first dates, conference calls, and 5 o'clock shadow.
Well, there you go. He's proud of his practiced handshake. Okay. And then the rest is evidence. Okay.
Man. Would you kindly slow the hell down?
I'm sorry, Adonai. Was I walking too quickly for you?
That wasn't walking. That was speed walking. Up 2 flights of stairs. It's very different.
Speed walking? Sounds like a powerful technique. Is it like the Zhenjiao?
Just let me catch my breath for a minute.
Adonai, is it possible that you are out of shape?
No, I'm not out of shape. I'm fine. No.
But since we left the cab, your heart rate has...
I'm just not wearing the right clothes. Or the right shoes.
Is that so?
Yes.
Also, I didn't stretch or hydrate, and the sun's reaching its zenith, so...
That would have been several hours ago. Do you mean the air temp?
You said it would be a short walk from street level, so I prepared myself mentally for a short walk. Then you took off like a rocket, and you didn't even mention we'd have to go upstairs. Are you sure this place is even back here?
The reviews online were quite clear. It's worth the trouble finding it.
Maybe if you're a mountain climber. Ugh. When I sent Fran hunting for a musician in David's circles, I expected them to bring me someone from the city orchestra or a jazz club. A champagne flute and teacup kind of musician. But this is the tequila and neon part of town.
It should be in view if we turn. Adonai, be careful.
Of what?
It's a stray, and it's bearing its fangs too. It could be carrying diseases. You should...
Relax.
Adonai, it's growling.
It's not growling at me. See?
So it's just me it doesn't like.
Too much static.
How did you get it to calm down?
I went, who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?
That does usually do the trick.
It's an animal, not a monster. It wants to be calm.
Do you like animals?
What kind of cold-blooded freak doesn't like animals?
Do you have a pet?
No, never have.
Why not?
Because I don't want to take care of a pet.
That seems counterintuitive to me.
Well, it makes perfect sense to me, and I don't need it to make sense to you.
But
You notice you're only this talkative when it's just the two of us? Just an observation. Are you shy or something? Did David program you to have android anxiety?
it's generally only appropriate to respond to comments that are addressed to oneself. Today I have rarely been addressed directly by people other than you.
In other words, you're shy.
That is not what I... Can I try petting it?
There's no law against it.
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?
Ultraviolets.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, this looks cool.
Neon Torygate. Just
Ooh,
chilling.
I love that vibe.
This is the establishment.
Now to see if Isaac Porter is as habitual as Fran claims.
Do you think Father was close with this man? This man who you've never met?
I think he was close with him, yeah. At some point. I had some help making that deduction. Fran saw that their metadata showed a significant cooling of interaction between the two of them, particularly over the past month. But Fran also saw a phone call between the two last night.
So they were close. Do you think they were sleeping together?
Morgan's face. That is completely inappropriate of me or anyone to speculate about.
Weren't you the one that was writing his, like, sorry, I double booked you with another date letters?
Yeah,
Lori?
the scandalous letters of dating multiple people.
Yeah, you've already been
simultaneously
involved with this.
Yeah.
Inappropriate? Adonai, it's only sec.
I'm getting a very important text message from my private investigator. Excuse me. Oh.
Hey, did you catch the killer yet?
No.
What the hell? I sent you to his POS.
I'm at his position. I haven't spoken to Porter yet.
Anyway, there's no reason to suspect him right now.
Lame.
Surprised you're invested all of us. I'm surprised you're invested all of a sudden. Isn't David Asher a corporate sellout in your eyes?
Everyone's a corporate sellout. But Asher gets respect. If I'm a demolitions expert, he's like a really good architect.
That's almost sweet. I think.
Asher started out working in Cube. So in the architect analogy, by today's standards, he's like, I don't know. As a kid, he built all his bricks by hand. Or something.
You know that lit homework can help you with forming analogies.
Eat this analogy. Did that come through or did the characters break? It's supposed to be a guy giving you the finger.
I take it Cube is a programming language? What's special about it?
Pretty much anything coded in the last 20 years is web-based. You code with the assumption that you'll always be connected. So you can depend on having fat libraries of references to lean on. And if something goes wrong, your errors get reported to you automatically.
But not Cube?
You can look it up. But basically Cube was originally for robotics and like machinery. Stuff that had to operate in mines. Under the ocean. Middle of nowhere fields with zero signal service. So Cube had to be self-sufficient.
How rugged.
Where'd Asher learn Cube anyway? It's older than dirt. Like from the 40s.
I don't know. I think his father had a machine shop or something.
Vague.
Yeah, well, David didn't like to talk about his family. And I never asked.
What
in
did
chat.
your
Oh god, it's all in JavaScript.
Yeah, it's bad.
It truly
It's
is
bad.
dystopian.
It's bad.
Oh no.
What did your private investigator have to say, Adonai?
Not telling. Hello? Oh. That one over there. He matches the photo Fran sent me. Try to approach now or look around some more?
We'll look around
Look
some more. I didn't mean to
around.
go directly. I guess I should have noticed it was a unique silhouette, but yeah. Let's get to another room.
I didn't. Oh, the stage for the talent. Pretty close to the floor. Guess it fits with the whole round table aspect of this place. Everyone's on more or less equal footing, dancing in the dark, once you get past the bouncer.
Do you think they might have met here?
David and Porter? I can't see David walking in here.
Because you found the walk so challenging?
Because it's too loud to relax. And not dark enough to be anonymous.
I see.
What's that face? You got an opinion to share?
The atmosphere's not bad in here, but the music isn't quite...
I'll find you a survey to fill out before we leave. What kind of music does an android even like?
Early 20th century punk rock.
Hell yeah! Is that just you, or does that go for all androids?
I haven't met all androids. I can't speak for them.
I wonder what they'd say.
If they're smart, they'd say that music peaked with the early 21st century punk rock.
Debate settled.
It's objective.
You are correct, Sarah. A good opinion.
Although I can't account for, the rest of the 21st century, so maybe music is really cool in 20 years. Who knows?
I don't know. A bar stocked full of colorful selections and busy bartenders. Hope this isn't the kind of club you can order food in.
Only time bar food is any good is when you're drunk enough to forget the taste in the gap between chewing and swallowing. So can you, like, eat things?
Yes, I can.
What, like android food?
There is no such product.
So what do androids eat?
Online user guides for noble warm models clarify that they don't eat anything in the traditional sense. They get their energy from electrical charging, usually wireless. Whenever they need to eat, it's to replenish specific vitamins and electrolytes.
Sounds a lot like what mod users go through with their sports drinks and energy bars.
And charger separation.
Oh, sorry. That's Morgan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. And charger separation anxiety.
According to the net, warm androids can ingest nutrient-rich processed carbohydrate pellets if they need to forego electrical charging long term.
You could have rabbit food.
Yeah, eat your kibble.
Eat your kibble, processed pellets. You mean like kibble? Like dog food?
No, it is not like dog food at all.
Can you buy it from the pet store?
It seems you can.
How is this something you have to look up anyway?
Because I've always just eaten whatever father gave me.
Like what?
A cheeseburger.
French fries? I
Yeah.
was gonna say
Marbled beef. Never hydroponic avocados. Foie gras.
What?
That sort of thing.
I am not paying for any of that. Feeding your android daughter foie gras is
David's
crazy
kind
town.
of a freak.
Yes, that's so accurate.
Oh, there.
Oh, there's that thing.
I'm like, I feel like there's something else in here before I click it.
Oh my god. What kind of reading material gets left out in a club? A tabloid interview? Oh.
Exclusive sit down with Luxury. You've heard her name on everyone's lips. You've seen her face in magazines and commercials, and then double check to make sure the photos weren't labeled as edited. Now get all your burning questions about her answered here in our exclusive interview with the mysterious young woman who's being called, and perhaps the only truly unanimous vote the net's ever seen, the most beautiful woman in the world. Why the name? People think it's an ego thing, but it was just a random username I picked back when I was grassroots. Then it was a pseudonym to give a little shade from all the attention, and now it's a brand, and I can't change it without setting the stock market into a spin. So you're certainly influential after partnering with you, and Inti saw a 3,000% increase in share price. Yay! I'm happy for them, of course, but to be honest, it's pain at times like this. She gestures towards her clothes, a plain white t-shirt and gym shorts with no branding visible. On anyone else, it might seem sloppy or even unflattering. On her, it only makes her natural beauty stand out all that much more. Who are you wearing, by the way? Can't wear anyone unless I'm attending something. If I don't dress like this, all sponsors fall into bidding wars every time I leave the house. Does it stress you, all that attention? Stress is bad for your skin, right? They say mine's flawless. Can't argue with that. So, do you have a skincare routine? Any tips you'd like to share? Be a little bratty. Act a little spoiled. Keeps you young. And how old are you exactly? Everyone's dying to know. 18 to 29, now and forever. Don't get stuck on a cliffhanger like that. Hurry, log in. Okay.
Oh my god. Let's be bad. You know? Well, however old she is or isn't, Luxury's got one hell of a mind for business. It might do her more good than that face in the end. Maybe. That's one hell of a face. In the meantime, she's powerful. Right? Can crash the stock market just by wearing certain brands.
It's true. It's
Why,
true.
You're thinking
It's,
powerless?
No, she's powerful. Don't get me wrong. It's just the way she was trying to portray herself in that interview. It felt like as backed into a corner. You know, like I can't leave the house. I have to wear these things. I have to do these things. You know.
Oh.
I can't do anything
Beholden.
anymore because any choice I make is going to cause a ripple effect. You know, I can't even wear a branded t-shirt or else, you know, it opens a bidding war. So
That's
she's
a good
powerful
point. That's a good point.
in that she can affect all of those things, but she's powerless in that she doesn't want to.
Yeah, I like that answer. Yeah.
This is a little bit of a bullshit question here just because I think they're both true.
I
She's
agree.
so powerful
Yeah.
that she's powerless.
Yes, it comes back around. Yeah. And we can say that. Trapped between a rock and a hard place. If she steps out of line, her sponsors will bleed each other dry in bidding wars for her wardrobe's limited real estate. Huh, it's no skin off her back. She's already got more money than she could ever spend. But corporations can't afford to not keep growing. So they never reach a point where they can afford to lose. If she's smart enough to take advantage of that, good for her.
Okay, we didn't get chips there,
Well,
so
dang. Okay.
probably she played along and said basically what we were saying, but I guess she meant the opposite. That's fine.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Okay, yeah. That's him all right. Looks like he's killing time before his sets tonight.
Are you unsure how to proceed, Adonai?
I'm sure that you need to hang back. As for me, I'll play it cool or play it straight. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, and my confidence is gone after that last question. I'm mostly kidding, but
Oh no!
what are we here to do? What are we here to do? We are here because this guy is one of our best sources for non-corporate information about David.
Who is interacting with David and someone that David has confided in, maybe
even up to
had
last
a
night.
relationship with.
Yeah,
and was there last night. So maybe we play it straight. Actually,
it's like, hey, we're David's lawyer. Is that playing
is
it
that
straight?
where that's gonna go?
I don't know.
Or is playing it cool?
I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, love the design. Like, very cool. I don't know. I feel like if we play it cool, it might come off as disingenuous.
Yeah, let's play it straight.
And this feels like someone who can probably pick up on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into the situation, but yeah. Isaac Porter? Do you want to be Isaac? Or trying to think how we want to split this. I guess you were
Okay, earnest question.
young, and then I was. Yeah, go ahead.
I would play Isaac. Can I not play him tonight?
Oh yeah, sure.
I don't want to do.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to do a low gravelly voice, which is what I'd give him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd be happy to pick him
you've
up.
had a rough day.
Yeah, I'd be happy to
Yeah.
pick him up. I'm doing fine, but I'm doing fine because I know not to do that. You know.
100%.
So I could pick him up next time, but I'd prefer not to play him tonight if that's cool.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I got him.
Thank you.
Yep.
What's up?
My name's Morgan. I was David's friend. Right now, I'm his lawyer. Can we talk?
Depends. Were you a friend from work?
No.
Over here.
Thanks, Isaac.
I'd say that went well.
Yeah, I think that worked. Yeah.
Don't thank me yet. I might just sit here, shut my mouth, and stick you with my tab. So what kind of lawyer are you? What kind of friend?
I'm his defense attorney.
Think you missed the bus on that then, yeah?
And I'm a friend that needs to know what happened yesterday.
Doesn't everyone? Try somewhere else, friendly lawyer. I haven't seen him in weeks.
You might not have seen him, but we both know that you spoke with him over the phone yesterday. Only a short time before he died.
How the hell?
Isaac. It's pretty obvious that you don't want this particular spotlight to linger on you any longer than necessary, so why don't we cut to the chase? No lies, no playing coy.
Fine.
Sarah.
Yes, Adonai?
Oh,
The hell? Is that thing transmitting?
I am not streaming any data, no.
Porter doesn't seem to recognize Sarah either. Huh. One more person David was keeping secrets from. I need to record everything for the court.
Fine.
You two were together, is that correct?
We were together. I ended it. Yesterday.
Oh,
That's awkward.
that's awkward.
That's more than awkward, I'll say, but we'll settle on awkward right now.
That's rough, buddy.
Oof.
Care to elaborate?
On our entire relationship.
Look, you can tell me everything once, and I can get it on the record. Or you can hear the same questions over and over again from 1,000 different cops and Megs for the next 3 months.
We met in a bar. I had seen him come in a few times, each time with someone else. Each time talking with his mouth, but not looking with his eyes. Ticked me off. Scribbling on napkins and letting his single gin and tonic sweat onto the table for 2 hours. His dates would all go to the bathroom or take a call and slip out the back. One of them didn't make it 10 minutes. He'd still sit there the rest of the night, unfazed. Couldn't tell if he was oblivious or stupid or shameless or the most confident man in the world. And he ticked me off. One night, things were slow and my set had been canceled and his date hadn't even bothered to think of an excuse before bailing, so I asked him why he insisted on coming there, night after night, just to ignore vapid people he wasn't interested in at a shitty bar with drinks he didn't like. And he just said, "Because I like your music." Man, did that tick me off. It was cute early on. Him being so passionate about work I could barely pretend to understand. And I liked that we gave each other space, you know? Felt like we were being mature or whatever. Until there was no until. No one day where everything turned sour. But at some point, I started to understand where his priorities were. And how I ranked in them. Like I said, he was passionate about his work. I just wrongly assumed that he would also be that passionate about me at some point. So I pulled away a little. Wanted to see if he'd notice, if he'd miss me. Testing him, like that isn't the biggest red flag in the world.
Good to call yourself a red flag
Yeah,
on
right?
yourself, honestly.
True.
Red flag. I need a red card, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
I would like to sit on the bench.
Take me out, coach. Yeah.
He never budged. I could ignore him for days and he wouldn't be the least bit ashamed to see me. If I picked a fight, he'd never get angry or upset. He'd just apologize. He didn't want to fight with me. Guess he was never invested enough to bother. It was my mistake. I watched him sit there all those nights, not giving a shit when people walked away, and still, I had this stupid idea that somehow, for whatever reason, I would be different. That I would be special. But I wasn't. So I ended it. Last night, I called him and didn't expect him to pick up. I had everything prepared to leave a message with an assistant or ad or whatever, but he answered first ring. Without hesitation, shame, or awkwardness. Ugh. And that ticked me off. So I told him exactly how valued he had made me feel the past few months. Told him exactly how insignificant I felt as the boyfriend of the illustrious Dr. David Asher. And what did he say? He apologized. And then he asked me if that was all I called to tell him. Whew. Oof. I hung up after that. Spent the rest of the night wrapped in warm disdain for him and his coldness. He had made that easy for me. I went to sleep hurt, but clean, ready for something new. And then this morning I wake up to see that my ex killed himself not 2 hours after he let me walk out of his life without so much as a don't. What the hell, man? What the hell, David? And now you're just the tip of an iceberg of lawyers and reporters and buzzards and parasites who want to hear about the man who sent David Asher over the edge. I never wanted to be his last lifeline or the straw that broke his back. I just wanted to be his goddamn boyfriend. Turns out that was asking for too much. It's yet to be determined whether David committed suicide. You serious? You don't have all the facts. And you do? Any one of them point at anything else? Thought so. Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to it. That's it? No summons? The court has no need for you to retell a sad story like that. The court, huh? Sorry to bother you at work. Sarah, let's go.
Your discography is very impressive.
Yeah, thanks.
And your range is remarkable. So it pained me to see that all your work in the last quarter has been so melancholy. I think...
Well, what the hell would you know about any of that? What's the matter? Can't find the words? Need to steal them from somewhere else first? Butcher them before shitting them back out?
I was not trained on any datasets that...
Nah, oh, pardon me. My mistake, really. Not your fault. You're only standing here because rich prick nerds were allowed to rob the world blind for most of the century. Sarah, we're leaving. What the hell is that about?
He was under the false impression that I was programmed using a massive automated learning model. An early 21st century...
An LLM?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not that. Why'd you talk to him?
I wanted to. I just felt that I should say something to him.
When she had just said earlier that it's not expected of her to speak to people unless she's been spoken to first.
Yep.
So
she was trying that out. But also, she is an AI talking to a musician, so, you know.
Yep. Ooh. That was...
I mean, sorry, she's a UI. Guess I
UI.
can't call her an AI.
That's an illegal term.
Yeah.
That was rough. A word of advice. People don't want comfort from strangers, especially when they're androids. They want it from people they want it from. Coming from anywhere else is just corn syrup on a parched tongue. Doesn't matter how sweet it is, they'll just start gagging.
It's a wild metaphor.
Yeah, that really is. Wow.
Or simile, I think she said like. But yeah, so it's a simile, but still wild.
Yep.
Corn syrup on a parched tongue. Huh.
Corn syrup on a parched tongue.
Huh.
Doesn't matter how sweet, you'll just start gagging. Huh. Wow.
You know a lot about people, don't you, Adonai?
Compared to you, I'm a goddamn savant. Come on. There's not much time left.
Is there still somewhere you want to investigate?
Where I need to return to, actually. Porter was right. As things stand, I don't have any evidence that could establish an alternative interpretation of the facts. But if there did exist hard evidence that could prove his death wasn't a suicide, there's only one place I could find it at this point.
I assume it's his house. Yeah.
His house, right?
Yeah.
Penthouse basement.
Yeah.
We're going back
I was about to say,
yeah.
I was hoping, because I was like, I feel like we need to revisit David's house.
Yeah.
I want to know if the dang printer had been printing nanomachines.
I gotta know. Like, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of shenanigans that have been happening down here in this basement, I think.
Also, we
like,
never accessed the security control.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of unexplored things in this house. Yeah. Yeah. Do we want to explore in here further next time?
I think so. Absolutely. I think this is a nice cap to the exploration section. So next time we'll pick up here. We'll get to do one final circuit and see if we can draw our own conclusions, because Morgan seems to still not know, which is fair given everything that we've seen. So look here one last time and then dive into potentially the actual case, part of the case.
Yes. This chapter and this mystery and case is so good.
Oh, I'm having a blast. I really am enjoying this game.
It's incredibly good. The writing is excellent. The world building, the mystery. I am so dialed in for this. I can't wait to play more of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm so intrigued to see where we go with this case.
Me as well. I'm just excited. I'm happy to be along for the ride. I think what's really lovely about this game and its writing is just like, I trust it. It has built a lot of confidence in me as a reader to just like, I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yes. Yeah. I just feel like I'm along for the ride. It certainly invites a level of play.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it is really just like isn't this fun? Aren't you enjoying the ride? Yeah. So yeah, very, very happy to be playing this one. Thank you all for joining us live, everyone who joined us here on Twitch, and thank you to all of the VOD watchers as well. We really appreciate your support.
Yeah, this was a lovely, lovely time, and I can't wait to see you all next time, folks.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great night.
Bye.